Welcome to the Cussing Crow Tarot channel. We are going to be doing a collective reading today, a 12 card spread for the collective with the Orchid Valley tarot deck. And if you want to have a look at that more closely, I've done a previous video, a little flip through, little ghosty cute deck. Okay. So let's get started. 12 cards. This is all about focusing, obstacles that stop you focusing, what you are and aren't focusing on, what you should be focusing on, aspects of support that you might need to pull in, guidance, resources, how to get to where you want to be, what you're aiming for, what your goal is. So let's get right into it. Got a bit skew with there. Got the King of Cups, got the King of Pentacles, we've got the Lovers, and we've got the Ten of Swords. Got the Page of Swords, the Star, Four of Pentacles, and the Chariot. King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, and we've got the Magician and the Empress. So this is how this spread works. This is a new spread that I've recently created, and this again, like I said, is more for like focused energy. So the first two cards we've got are the King of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles, and this is all about what are you focusing on, what are you spending your time and energy on, where is your energy and your attention going. So we've got the King of Cups here. Can you see that very clearly? King of Cups. And we've got the Knight of Cups. Sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is known for being the slowest moving in the deck. And Pentacles is all about creative projects, earthly endeavours, you know, investments, buying stuff, careers, jobs, hobbies, etc. Really does look like it's a bit blurry in this camera. And yeah, there we go. That might be a little bit clearer for you. And the King of Cups is all about the kings basically are all about discipline, all about authority. They are about protecting what they've got. The Queen is more the nurturer, if you like, and she nurtures things and helps grow stuff, and then gives it to the king, who then protects it and looks after it, takes care of it, you know, that kind of thing. So we've got these two cards. So basically this is where your focus is laying. Knight of Pentacles is focusing on moving forward, business endeavors, maybe moving forward in business. It could be slow moving investments. It's slow moving anyway, so whatever you're doing, you are taking your time doing it, but you are going to get there. So this is about focusing on slow and steady wins the race kind of thing. So not in a great rush to get anywhere, but you're getting there all at the same time. They're very entrepreneurial as well, the Knight of Pentacles. And then combined with the King of Cups, this means you're focusing on stabilizing and grounding, protecting your emotions, protecting things that are around you, being stable in your emotions and your relationships, your friendships. Cups are all to do with loved ones, family, partnerships, things that you love, but not like the ones as in things you love, passions. This is like more like people and emotions, and how you're affected by things like that. So what are you focusing on at the moment? To wrap this up, you are focusing on the protecting your relationships with people, and you're moving slowly towards your goals, So you are doing some work to focus on moving forward, but it's taken its time because you've got all this emotional stuff that you've been dealing with, you know, all this turbulence around you. Look, and you're now grounded in getting your emotions rested, if you like, stabilized. And so that's what you've been focusing on, and I think that is coming up as more important than business right now, making money, investments or whatever. So what you're doing is you're focusing more on this. That's why this is taking a while to get there, or you're taking your time because you're working on yourself first, and that's where your time and energy is being focused at the moment. Where you're not focusing, or it's not that you're not focusing, but it could be hidden things that you need to be focusing on that you're overlooking at the moment because you're too busy trying to sort out these friendships, relationships, family stuff, emotional stuff, and grounding that emotion, knowing in the background that you want to move forward with work or making some money, but it's very slow progress. So you've kind of been focusing on the two of these, but this one's taken a back burner because of all this. It's taking a lot of your time. And this is what's kind of getting left behind. This is what's kind of getting left behind. Not necessarily left behind, but it's hidden and it's not been brought to the surface yet. This is the Lovers. The Lovers. And we've got the Ten of Swords. The Lovers and the Ten of Swords. So if you're in a relationship, this could mean that you have issues in your relationship that are not doing well for you. You're done, you've had enough. But this is also a card of healing. Swords is all about actions and communications. It's like, oh, I can't take any more of this action and communication. It's just too much. It's all just coming down on me. I've had enough. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. There's your positive sun rays saying, you know, you're surrounded by all this abundance. And even though all these swords are stuck in you right now and you feel like you can't move forward, it's mainly you can't move forward because you're not focusing on this right now. This is a card of healing. So if you're not in a relationship, this is more about loving yourself and looking after yourself, and you've gone through this something traumatic, either past trauma or just too much peopling or too much something, and it's coming from all angles and you've had enough. And I think that's, again, going back to this card, is why you need to have your emotions stabilized and grounded. You've needed to focus on that. It's not saying you shouldn't focus on this, but these are the things that are getting left behind, which is your healing from some sort of trauma, or getting over something that you haven't had time to really look at because you've been too busy with other stuff going on around you. And if you are single, again, maybe it's saying, you know, now you've grounded those emotions and stabilized those emotions, it's time to maybe look forward for some sort of partnership, but do the healing first. These are the things you're not focusing on. But I'm getting the main energy from this, I'm getting, is working on loving yourself and healing yourself and taking some time out for yourself. Sod the chores, sod everybody else and what they're doing. There's been a lot going on for you. So it's time now to love yourself, look out for yourself. It's time to do that healing. Because if you don't do this healing and you are single and you do want a partner, you're never going to have a partner that isn't toxic or isn't in the same level of consciousness of you, because what you are is what you will bring in. So basically, if you're dealing with all this trauma but you're not addressing it, then if you start a new relationship, you're going to take that trauma into this new relationship. That light's bugging me. It's just a big circle. It is good, but it's yeah, I'm just trying to get the right. Maybe I should, I think, wipe the camera. Sorry, just trying to wipe the camera. Let me put these down and have a little mess about for 5 seconds. I think that would be better. Can we still see all the cards? Yeah. Okay. So we've got the things you're focusing on, grounding and sorting out your emotions and your relationships and friendships, doing the work in the background, moving very slowly towards your goals, as in money and stuff like that. Things you're not focusing on is self-healing, getting through some trauma and loving yourself, or healing yourself from some sort of trauma, getting through that and working on finding your soulmate or your partner, or or like I said, this could be something to do with if you are in a relationship. This could be you've had enough, but you're too busy focusing on this stuff and you haven't noticed you've got that to that stage in your relationship where it needs to be fixed. And you can fix it. This card is after this card, so this comes first, the healing. Now it's either releasing yourself from that relationship if it's toxic, or if it's just no good for you, or you just, I don't know, maybe you're being torn in all sorts of different directions from the relationship. Maybe you've got a family with kids and lots of stuff going on, and you feel like everything's on your plate, and your partner isn't helping you or something like that. So it's saying if you're single, you need to work on self-love, healing, so that you can move forward into a relationship at some point in the future. But it is more about self-love, I think, for when you're single, this card. And again, if you're in a partnership, it's about doing that work to move forward and be able to be in a better head state in your relationship, getting your relationship back up and running. Maybe you're both in this situation where you just had enough. You might have 10 kids and you never see your fella because he's always at work, and by the time he comes home you're asleep on the couch, that kind of thing. So yeah, self-love, looking after yourself, looking after your partner, looking after where you need to be, to get this behind this, and then moving forward into an area of love, a space of love, a space of caring. And that's what you need to be focusing on. Or it's something that you haven't been focusing on that's important, and you need to not necessarily prioritize it over this, but it's something you need to take a good look at. So next we've got the Page of Swords and the Star. Page of Swords is very much an observing energy, observing, not necessarily being strategic, but very much just sitting on the sidelines and watching what's going on. Pages are also about new ideas and moving forward. And again, swords are, as I've said before in previous readings, swords are air, and that's action and communication. So it's like you're watching, or someone's watching. But this comes up in the area of obstacles. Okay, so here you've got here the focus, what you are focusing on, what you're not focusing on, and what's hidden. These are obstacles and blockages. So maybe you are focusing and observing something and giving it too much attention, and this is what's causing an obstacle because it's taking up a lot of your time. And the Star is a card of hope, but it's also a card of renewal, and a card of positivity, and moving through it and knowing that whatever it is you're trying to keep your eye on here, it's not that important. It's causing an obstacle because it's stopping you doing what you want to do. But this card, in a way, when you look at these two together, I mean, you'd think, well, how can the Star be an obstacle? And I don't read reverse, but I mean, if you did read these reversed, I mean, this would be a card of being hopeless kind of thing. And so because it is in the position of obstacles and blockages, you could see this as you're giving too much attention to you're giving too much attention to all of this. okay, to all of this, not enough of this. And it's kind of like you're sitting on the fence and watching kind of thing, for your next move. You're ready to get out there with that action and communication. It's almost like that sword of truth, you know, but very much an observant energy. And I think it's, you are observing, and it's taking a lot of time, your energy, and this could be, you know, you are hoping that whatever you're observing is going to assist you in the present time. However, it's not, because this is an obstacle and a blockage. So whatever you're focusing on, focus, observing, whatever you want to look at that, whichever way you want to look at this card, you are focusing on kind of just sitting in hope. Oh, just hope it all goes okay, you know, I'll just leave it like that. And these things can be blockages. These, you can become blocked with the star, because you could be feeling hopeless about certain things, and even though this isn't reversed, because it's in the area of blockages, you could see it as that. So it's basically, give this up. Whatever you're watching, whatever you're looking at, whatever you're I mean, you could be doing research online, or you could be, I don't know, hoping that some guy is going to come out the woodwork that you like, and he's not messaged you back or something, and you're watching him, and you're hoping, and this isn't getting you anywhere. And this is why there's a blockage. This is why there's a blockage, because things aren't flowing how they should be. You're stood up here with your sword, and you're like, right, I'm going to watch everything, I'm scrutinizing everything. And so it's basically saying, take a weight off your shoulders, and release the need to focus on anything too much right now. You know, apart from you, the only thing that matters right now is you and your close relationships, and not anything external that isn't anything to do with you, you know. Because I mean, I like the kind of word hope is okay to me, but I don't like it that much, if that makes sense, because it is just literally like you're hanging around hoping. You're not manifesting anything. You're not doing the work you need to do. You're just, oh, I hope it goes all right. So I'm just going to spend my time watching this and focusing on something, researching something, and hope it turns out for the best. But this is what is causing the blockage. Too much time spent on something else, and just sitting in hope, which will end up becoming a hopeless situation. If you understand that, it becomes a hopeless situation if you just sit hoping and not doing any work and just watching. And that's probably why he's taking his time. He's taken his time because he's hidden behind all this other stuff that you've been getting through. You've got all this healing to do, or feeling like you've got so much stuff on your plate, and you're not focusing on those relationships as much as you should be. Even though you are focusing on emotions and relationships with this card, because this card is with this one, these are things that need more attention. They need more attention. Your relationships, your relationship with yourself, more than anything. And so this card, even though it's a card of hope, it can put you in a period of stagnation, a little bit like the Hanged Man, because you're just sitting there watching or focusing on something in particular and hoping it turns out for the best, which becomes a hopeless situation. Because it's in the area of obstacles and blockages. So therefore, it would, if you would be reading reverse cards, that's what those would be, because they're in the areas of blockages, which means they'd be upside down. It's it could be like, you know, watch yourself as well. Watch yourself, but not so much that you're sat just, oh, just pour some more water in the pond, you know. pour some more water in the pond. But it's good in a way because it shows that you still have positivity. You still have positivity there, but this is a block. So whatever is being observed right now, you just need to let that go and, you know, move forward. So what have we got? We've got what we focus on, what we're not focused on, obstacles and blockages. Then we've got moving forward and what you're aiming for. Moving forward. Oh, that's interesting. Moving forward, we've got the Chariot, which is actually a card of travel or moving forward, movement anyway. A bit like the eight of Wands, quite fast paced, moving. I do think this is a bit blurry. This I don't know what's wrong with the video. It just, maybe it's not. I don't know. It just maybe my brain or my eyes. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is all about saving, investing. It can also be a bit Scroogey, like you're holding on to your money and not letting go of it and stuff like that. But this is where you're aiming for. So this is basically moving forward out of the energy that you're in at the moment and looking towards saving and investing and holding on to those pennies, or putting your pennies in the right places for those, you know, those investments that are worthwhile. But whatever happens, it's going to be quite swift and you're going to be moving forward into that, and that's what you're aiming for. You're aiming for that. You could also maybe be aiming for doing a little bit more traveling, visiting friends, you know, and saving up for that as well. So this is what the aim is moving forward and saving those pennies, making those wise choices and investing. But you want to move forward. That's your aim. You are sick of being in this, I'm going to stand here with my sword staring at someone and hoping, and now I want to move forward and get off my backside and save those pennies and put them to use for those right investments or things that you really need. So what have we now? How are we going to get here? How are we going to get here? Now, I did this spread for myself the other week. It's really amusing, actually, because in the bit of how do you get there, how do you reach your aims and your goals here, which is the moving forward and the saving money, how do you do that? Well, I had a different spread, but, well, it was the same spread, but obviously different cards. And in this position, where it said, what do you do? How are you going to achieve that kind of thing? Which is what these two cards are. It was the Moon and the Tower. So I took from that intuitively that, oh, clearly I've got to go inwards and maybe have a dark night of the soul kind of moment, to be able to release whatever it is that needed releasing to get to where I needed to be up here. So that was quite amusing. But this is the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is all about visualization, manifesting what you want. Sevens is all about having a reevaluation of what you've got so far. And Cups again is about friends, relationships, family, loved ones, emotions. So it's about manifesting your desires, what you want, what's going to make you feel good, what's going to make you happy. Manifest it, visualize it. Maybe have a vision board. You know, if you like want to go abroad, maybe you want to move abroad or you want to travel, you could put a vision board with like the sea and boats and an aeroplane maybe, and you know, all these different things that you might want to achieve, put on a vision board. It's kind of like these are all your hopes and dreams, and you just have to visualize them like a little magician's hat there. Look, ta-da, and the stars. And with that, we've got the King of Pentacles. The Kings, again, they're all about remaining grounded and being stable, and he's really got his shit together. He's got his money together. And this is, again, this ties in with this. This is like, this is where you want to be, moving forward into saving and investing and gathering your pennies. And here we've got, to do that, you need to visualize what you want exactly, and to sit on your nested pennies and to stabilize your spending, be grounded in your purchases, and you know, do I need this, do I want this, or you know, can I afford this? But these are what you have to do to get to where you want to be, which is here. Okay, moving forward into saving that money, maybe doing a bit of traveling with family, whatever. And this is literally visualize it. You need to visualize it if you want to get there, and you need to have the strength to change the way you see your money so that you can build your kingdom. You can build your kingdom. So it's about building your kingdom by visualizing what it is exactly you want. And maybe you know what you want because you spent too much time focusing on it already. But it's like no action's being taken, and so that's where you're just sitting in hope. And so we've got the moving forward with the Chariot. The Four of Pentacles is saving your pennies, and this is how you get there. You visualize, you ground yourself, you stabilize your spending, and you build your, I nearly said planet, build your kingdom. And the last two, trying to think now, last two, my brain's just gone to poo. The last two is supports, resources, what resources you can pull in, what guidance, what information, what advice, what resources, what do you need to be able to visualize and to get yourself grounded with your money and build your kingdom. And what do you need resource wise to move forward and get into this saving your money and spending it wisely. What you need to do again is, ta-da, I've got the Magician. Your resources are knowing your own power. You've got here, look, it's like double wizard, double magician. You've got visualizing with this card, which is telling you this is what you need to do, and the support is there for you, which is the Magician, which is telling you to know that you've got that power. You've got that power to change it. You are the Magician. This is you waving your magic wand, and that it's like, it's not an external thing. This is you making your own magic and having the power to get all of this dealt with, because you are the Magician. You are magic. You're pure magic. You are the whole universe inside that little ghost there. That's you, that is. Infinite possibilities and abundance. Infinite possibilities and abundance. And you've got the Empress, which is about nurturing. So this is telling you the resources and the guidance you need is all inside you, because it's all about you nurturing your own magic and pulling it to the fore, bringing it to the surface, so you can visualize, visualize all this. This is how you visualize all this, and you are stabilized and grounded, building your own kingdom so that you can get this. And in combination with that, the resources and the advice, guidance, whatever, comes from you knowing your own power and nurturing it. That's what the Empress is all about, nurturing it and knowing that you've already got this. You're already in abundance. All this is already yours. And that was a 12 card spread, mainly about, it hasn't really got a name, this spread. I just kind of like created this the other week, but it works really well, and I've used it on quite a few clients and they seem to enjoy it. And this again is the Orchid Valley deck, and there is also a flip through on this deck somewhere on my channel. It's not too many videos at the moment to go through. I hope you found that helpful. Hope, there's that word again. Yeah, hope. Right, and on that note, I will let you go, and I will catch you on the flip side. Cussing Crow Tarot channel signing out. Bye for now.